And ABC News contributor, host of the Law and Crime Network, Brian Buckmire, joins me live now for more on this. Brian, the defense called two different experts to the stand yesterday, a forensic pathologist and a crime scene expert, and both presented alternative scenarios for Maggie and Paul's last moments. One even said that there were likely two shooters in this crime. So how important was this testimony to the defense's case?
Good morning, Diane. It's very important, but it depends on how the defense uses it. A lot of times defense attorneys will say, well, we have one story and the prosecution has another story, and make the mistake of asking the jury to measure which one makes the most sense. That would be a huge mistake. What the defense should do, and it might be a stronger argument, is say the prosecution hasn't proven their case. There is a plethora or a lot of reasonable doubt. This alternative theory is one of those reasonable doubts. This way they can get two bites of the apple. Either you as a juror believe they haven't proven their case, or you believe that the defense's case makes more sense than that of the prosecution's.
Now, Murdaugh's brother also testified, saying that Alec was destroyed over his wife and son's murders and that he thinks the killers are still out there. How significant is that when it comes to raising reasonable doubt?
It's significant if you believe it. I mean, I'm an older brother of two siblings, and even I, a licensed attorney, would kind of have some trouble testifying. I may want to stretch the truth, lie a little bit, and I think the jury is going to look at John Marvin as what we call an interested witness. Is he coloring the facts a little bit better for his brother to protect him, or is he telling the truth? If you believe he's telling the truth, this is great. You get a first-hand impression as to how distraught Alex Murdaugh was, and how does someone fake that among the person that they know the best? Or is this person covering for their brother and you can't believe a single word he's saying? It really depends on your view of him after the closing arguments.
Now, Brian, the jury is going to see the crime scene firsthand tomorrow. How could this visit change their perception of how these murders happened?
I think when you especially take the two different views that both the prosecution and the defense are taking as to whether or not this was one shooter or two, I think getting a lay of the land, especially after you heard the defense's arguments that Paul was murdered first and the violence of how Paul was killed might have stunned the shooter, making it difficult to change weapons and then shoot Maggie. If you see the close proximity, you can see how maybe loud that boom of a shotgun might have been. It may feed to the defense's theory, or it may be large enough that people say, no, the defense doesn't really make sense. I'm siding with the prosecution.
Brian, the state will be calling rebuttal witnesses today. What are you looking out for there?
So Friday they said 1 to 2, but then after the defense rested, they said 4 to 5. I think this is going to become a battle of the experts, where the prosecution is going to want to pull the jury back to their side in terms of a forensic pathologist, as well as a forensic expert in terms of how the area where the shooting and the murders occurred. I think there's going to be some push and pull as to who the jury should believe more. I'd expect more experts and maybe even some sledge agents to kind of help clean up what the brother did in terms of that big lie that they told John Marvin, that Murdaugh's shirt was bloodied and that he took the shirt and wiped his face, and that's why they knew it was him. I think there needs to be an explanation there, because that was a big win for the defense.
All right, legal analyst Brian Buckmire, we appreciate it as always. Thank you.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.